their unusual picks that might surprise the enemy. Yesterday we've seen Franco, and today we are seeing a Minotaur. Yes, scared yet? Please tell the viewers and me about Minotaur more.
I was actually expecting a Chiku guys Todak play Minotaur into the mid lane, but this is entirely different. It's into the jungle. I'm pretty excited to see because it gives them a massive tool to re-engage. As soon as the Minotaur hits that rage bar, you know that he will jump in with the minion fury, and you need to stay safe from that. But for now, guys, you don't need to stay away from the stream because you have to stick as close to it as possible. The giveaway is there. 25,000 watching. It means 500 diamonds each for 70 players. That's quite a lot of math. Data I was not very good at math, but I feel like that's somewhere around 3,500 diamond giveaway. So guys, make sure to share the stream as we're going to jump into the game number 3. Bigetron era on the blue, taking on Gpx on the red. 1-1 is the score. Let's see who gets the win.
I see Martis playing the Rome role for the side of Team BTR. A good choice. He has a good, crowd control with his second skill. He can engage, he can disengage, he can initiate fights. And yeah, Martis playing in that role is completely okay. But Minotaur in jungle is something that is going to be interesting to see from the side of Team GPX. I'm very, very excited to see that. And yes, you are bad at math. It was 35,000 diamonds, not 3,500 though, but that all are for viewers. If we hit 25,000 watching, that is.
I mean, I already gave you a heads up. I'm very bad at math. So yes, I missed the 0 out there, but these teams are not going to miss anything. Not even a single chunk of gold from those minions as they're going to secure the farm in their jungle for now. But the question of the hour is, do they play aggressive in towards that early game, or they try and slow things down just to let the Valentina scale up, just to let the Clint scale up? GPX, they've got this question, and since there is no flicker on the Minotaur, it also means that it does provide a little bit of a room to Bigetron era to play along with that, because you know that flicker is not going to come out. But for now, he seems to be in trouble as he was knocked up. The minion fury is not there. That's the first blood right off the bat. Minotaur into the jungle is not working out, at least for the first minute.
Yeah, Minotaur is such a hero that you can't play aggressive with him. You want the enemy team to engage upon you so that you can take advantage with the Minion Fury. Knock-up ultimate combination that will decimate any invading team, any incoming team. So I expect such gameplay from GPX as well. That gives time for Valentina and Clint to farm up a little, play defensively. But Matilda likes to play some aggressive gameplay. So one off hero that for that play style might just prove that GPX will definitely come back in the late game with that kind of a composition. And the first turtle goes into the hands of Team BTR without any engage. Here we can see they are invading into the jungle. 3 of the Team Bigetron members into the red buff, not denying Minotaur to have any kind of jungle advantage from since the early game. They also picked up a kill upon them. So it's gonna be even more hard for the Minotaur to keep up in the jungle. Scared yet?
I feel like they're actually going to turn their attention towards the bottom, where both the marksmen, they've been farming very easily. The fight into that EXP is going to be so boring because LW has got a lot of HP. Yuzhong after the combination would want to retreat, but for now, I don't think so. Retreat is a choice for BTR, but it definitely is a must-pick option for GPX as they had to. They don't want to face Martis whenever he's jumping into that Mortal Coil. He is going for a tank build. He will be really, really tanky. Plus, the true damage is always there with the decimation. Now, since Karina is running for the Demon Slayer emblem, I feel like she's also going to go for the tanky build. But at this point, these lineups are going to become extremely tanky towards that mid and later stages of the game. And they don't have any continuous DPS type of hero. Clint has to wait for the cooldowns of his skill, and so does Brody. So I really want to see how they're actually planning to transition it towards that mid and late game. The brilliance has been forced out, Zeta.
Yeah, Team GPX would definitely like to rely on the burst damage combination that they have. But for the side of Team Bigetron era, they do have that Lunox to provide that DPS when needed. And it's going to be pretty handy in this match, I think, because having that DPS when needed will put Team Bigetron in an advantage. The second turtle goes into the favor of Team Bigetron as well without any contestant, just a little maybe interest shown by Masha, maybe to steal there, but she was unsuccessful here in the bot lane though. In the top lane though, there would be a fight breaking out as Masha seems to be in trouble. Three of the Team Bigetron will be diving onto him, and Karina is the one picking up the kill onto Masha there. And the first tier turret for the side of Team GPX should go down. In retaliation, though, in bot lane, three members of Team GPX are trying to force out the tier 1 turret of gold lane. Matilda goes in, use her ultimate onto Martis. Martis right now half his HP. He will be really tanky with that mortal coil and the tank emblem tank building. He will not go down, but the turret will. Yet, schedule.
And I feel like Matilda would probably be the next one in line, but says no Yuzhong as he wants to go in for Fury. She tries to jump away with the flicker, but with the Dragon Tail, the damage was just enough to take him out with the retaliation. Karina wants to go in for the Shadow Energy, takes one down, wants to go for more. There's another pick off, taking two of them out of the picture. Clint is the only one trying to get something out of the quick draw, but in the meantime, Brody's going to take down the mid lane tier 1. So that's a full map control in the hands of Bigetron era as they will transition it towards the gold lane now.
Team DPR won't let go of low HP targets easily. They have the designation of Martis as well as Karina to finish off exactly those. And they are going to be not letting anybody escape in any fight that they are going to take. This team fight was not fruitful for Team GPX. They probably need more time to show their domination as their late game composition has to come out and shine. Though Matilda, as usual, will be playing aggressive. Maybe bait out something here. Turtle has spawned in. Bigetron would not like to waste any time and will go straight to it. It would be the third turtle here. Black Dragon from on the top lane comes out for Yuzong onto that Clint, and Clint goes down just as we spoke. Yuzong will be a deadly threat for Clint in any lane, any team fight. So I also didn't understand the Clint pick coming in from side of Team GPX.
I mean, that was so close with the tone apart memory. Shell almost got that pick off on Sal, but yes, I am quite surprised with the Clint as well. It's a pretty decent pick though for normal situations, but looking at the amount of tankiness that's coming in by Bigetron era, I feel like this should have gone for maybe an Irisiel. Carry is not that good of an option, but still works out extremely well against the tanky composition. But because of the presence of the Yuzong, I feel like she would have been threatened as well into that backline unless she made the Wind of Nature. But as for Clint, his burst damage is extremely good. He will be able to chunk down those tanky people, but they need Funi as well to fill up the gaps in that damage department, which Lunox as well as Shell are filling already for their own team.
Masha is engaging in a fight in the top lane, in the bottom lane here, trying to defend the tier 2, but it will go down eventually. In the top lane though, Team GPX are gonna be engaging onto that Matilda. Matilda goes down. Shell goes down. I'm sorry. Black Dragon form for Yuzong comes out. Skydia, please take over.
That's going to be the Petrify, the decimation from the backside. It will be just enough to take Clint down, and Valentina is not going to survive this either. Fumi wants to go in for the chase. It connected and has basic attack is there, but he does not want to go in for the chase any longer. How did Funi manage to survive there? But that was such a beautiful way to cage the members of GPX. Martis from the front, Yuzhong from the back. You can't run anywhere as there is no more tier 1 on that top side. You cannot jump back to the safety. And right now, that's going to be the Lord easily secured by Bigetron era. They will be trying to knock onto those inhibitors at least, and they will try to get one or two out. Let's have a quick look at the items, Zeta. Brody with the Blade of Hypnosis along with the Blade of Despair. He is probably going in for the Malefic Roar this time, but Lunox with an early glowing wand instead of a lightning truncheon. What do you think about that?
Knowing she does need to melt the opponent's tankiness. They have Minotaur, they have Masha, they have Matilda. She has to, penetrate the front line in order to reach the back line. So yeah, it would be a really helpful item. There might be another team fight coming in at the mid lane tier 2. Nope, GPX says no thank you, and they just retreat away. Lord marching in from the top side into the inhibitor almost. Let's see how effectively GPX defends that.
I feel like they'll be able to do so. Fumi wants to jump in with the Black Dragon form into that backline. Will make sure that they have to retreat. But that's about it from this Lord, because the tower passives were up. So they managed to easily clear off the minions. Though I'm not quite sure why Fumi has the chaos of Cine. She would probably want to, steal the ultimate of Fumi, that is the Black Dragon form. That might provide them a much better value, or maybe the Decimation, even a Shadow Assault by Weevil would also work. But I guess maybe the Brilliance is a better tool in escaping from the Yuzhong when it's just onto your head. You never want to see that dragon right in front of you.
Exactly. Even though she stole the Black Dragon form coming in from the side of team, coming in from Yuzong, she would not be that tanky as Yuzong was, and she would probably just die in. And there is an engage made by Team BTR onto that Masha, but Masha does run away. Given that she has 3 HP bars, how can she not do that?
LW again surviving, and she's trying to clear those lanes again and again though. Malefic Roar, the purchased by Shell. So she'll be penetrating those shields that are not just yet there, apart from a couple of dominant size. I don't think so there's any more physical defense. Just an anti-curious onto the hands of Minotaur, and nothing apart from that. Wait, I don't even see a dominant site at this point. That's actually not very good, as there will be no one to stop the region of Fumi, Zeta.
Yes, exactly. I can't see how they are building their builds as a counter draft, but yeah, a dominance ice would have been really, really helpful to counter Yuzong's regeneration and reduce his tankiness in team fights so that he can easily burst them out with the help of Clint. But the second Lord has been spawned here. Team Bigetron already in position to take it as soon as the Lord spawns. There goes Lunox's continuous DPS, and Lord was nothing. The Lord just went down in like 3 seconds, maybe. That's the burst damage potential, and also the DPS Lunox can provide when she wants.
The power of chaos assault, and you really don't want to stand in front of a way whenever she's onto that. But she also becomes a little vulnerable in that state. But then again, when you've got Vivian protecting you, when you've got Fumi in that Black Dragon form, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. It's going to march down from the top side, Lord. I am guessing they'll be able to chunk down those inhibitors, and if in case they, manage their waves properly, BTR might as well get this game, because the farm difference is absolutely insane at this point. It's almost 9k, and that too in their favor. Minotaur has not been landing any minion furies. They are not allowing her to do that, and that is one of a big reason why Bigetron are in the control in this situation. Well, the torn apart memory almost there, taking down Funi, but she survives. That's the reason why she actually picked the Brilliance, just so that she could survive those chunks of burst. There comes in the Black Dragon form. Fumi wants to go into the back line, wants to try and get them out. Petrify was not there, but that's a very good control. Yuzhong will lose her immortality, but in the meantime, Lord chunking down Crystal as well. They've actually managed to survive. They've just lost LW in the process. That's going to be all 3 inhibitors taken down, but they want to go in for the more Valentina. She went way too far away, but Lunox has been shut down, and a very good Minion Fury onto 3 people, but they could not capitalize on that as the minions were the priority.
good Minoan Fury coming in from Minotaur. That's what we have expected throughout this match, but unfortunately, Minotaur hasn't been able to replicate that again and again. So this might still be there might still be a chance for Team GPX, because right now, when everything is down, even the inhibitors are down, it has to be a do or die for this match at least, for this game at least. A final good Minoan Fury on the on the initiating position will put Team GPX in the controlling seat of this match anytime. Anytime. He can change the tides of the match just like that, but it has to be a perfectly timed ultimate. And that is what I'm hoping Team GPX decides to display for us.
That is right. And I'm actually pretty surprised that we will actually decided to go in for the damage build. Apart from the cursed helmet, there are absolutely no tanky item. That's just the cursed helmet, and then it's entire damage, just raw burst potential. So it's gonna be difficult for Clint to survive that. But I would say, guys, there's nothing difficult for you all, and one of the most easy thing for you to do would be to share the stream so that you get a chance of winning 500 diamonds, and that too, 70 people might stand that chance, and you really would not want to miss this opportunity to get free diamonds and get the skins that you love, and make sure to wreak havoc in the arena, just like how BTR and GPX are doing. Let's have another look at the item as usual. He's almost finished out his entire build going in for the anti-cuirass, which is going to make sure to reduce the burst of Clint even further. And as soon as that happens, Fumi, she can literally just stand in the face of Clint and make sure to finish him off. But they managed to take the Lord Zeta.
He did. When the giveaway screen popped up, the lake did manage to take the Lord. Yeah, this might be the final Lord of the match. Black Dragon form pops up from Yuzong there. He goes in. Unstoppable kill coming in from Karina over to Clint. Clint is down early. There goes down Valentina by Lunox. Brody gets a kill onto Masha. Only Minotaur struggles to keep up with a double kill high shell onto Minotaur. Matilda goes into her base, trying to save herself, and this is going to be a victory for the side of Team BTR. GG, well played, both the sides. It was a thrilling competition. At the start, we were really looking forward to see the Minotaur shine, but unfortunately for the side of Team GPX, it didn't happen, and that was an easy victory picked up by the side of Team Bigetron Era on to the game 3 in this game 3. And let's just look at the scores right here. Skyesports, please break this down further for us.